Hello everybody, welcome back to another episode of Trails into Reverie. In the last parts, we continued on through the 7th stratum and took on. We finally saw the strange apparition of that girl that showed up, who looked a lot like Kia. We took on the Holy Beast of Fire, and I think it was Holy Beast of Fire and Earth. So that was interesting. We also unlocked all the remaining characters from the Gold Ceiling Stones. One of them being McBurn, which really surprised me. Yeah, I was not expecting him to be a party member. So that was a nice surprise. Off video, I went ahead and geared him out. So he now has over 6,000 strength. So, he's now geared out. I replaced, I swapped him out for Reen, so Reen's now in the support. I want to see how well he plays. So, yeah. So we got Daydream to go to, and then I also saw a bunch of all these green stars. I don't know what all these green stars mean, so I guess we'll find out. But first, I need to do this Daydream. So let's do that real quick. Hopefully this is the last Daydream. There might be one more in the 7th stratum. If there is, then I'll have to cut the 7th stratum or exploration of the 7th stratum short if I do get a blue Sealing Stone. So I can get that Daydream out of the way, because the 7th stratum, I believe, is the final one. So let's see how these guys are up to. Early March 1207 of the 17 calendar. After commanding the Wiseland army to the war, then the one-time head of Lamar's forces was set to remain principal of Thor's branch campus. To that end, she found herself poring over reams of paperwork. Oh no. It's Trista! Or no, it's just Leaves. Yeah, it's Elise. Trista, wait, is Trista in... Trista was the first town, right? From Cold Steel 1? The main campuses? There, I suppose it's about time for a break. Just got tea. When I first took this position, I never thought I'd stick with it. But thinking about the changing landscape of the continent, there's a great significance behind staying here. I never planned on going back to the provincial army anyway. I need to put my all into being the principal, really to Milding as well. Reevaluating the structure of the Thor's main campus and the revival of club activities. The main campus is going to see major changes, and the branch campus is going to expand in scope. In addition to the reshuffling of the teaching staff, more hands will be brought on board, and the number of students will increase greatly. For now, it looks like I'll be in charge of the arts. Instructor Mary now have to coordinate not just when it comes to classes, but clubs as well. If I remember correctly, she's currently back home taking some time off. I remember when she came to me to talk about her romantic woes. Oh no. It was at the farewell party at the night before the Battle of Jormungandr. And I believe Wallace was there as well. Speak of the devil. It's me. What is it? Let's see. Understood. Well, now this should be fun. Uh-oh. St. Art. It's Mary. There you are, Mary. I'm sorry for asking you here during such a busy time of the school day or the school year. I even caused you to use up some of your valuable vacation time. It's perfectly all right. I managed to finish everything I needed to do. Oh shit! No! My finger slipped. Fuck me. What'd she say? God damn it. I'm thankful for the opportunity to take a break to come home for once. What is it you wanted to speak for me about, Father? Well, you see, I'm happy that your career is going so well. However, I suppose there's no sense in being around the bush. What exactly is your status of your relationship with that man? You mean Makarov? Yes, him! That scruffy-looking commoner with no sense of the fine arts. Oh no. I learned you two had been seeing each other for over a year, the night before the Great War started. It was still just a phone call. Oh boy. But I could tell from speaking with him that night that he's a strong-willed sort of man. He's even Professor Schmidt's second disciple. However, what exactly has he done in the half year since? He's still yet to give you a formal proposal or buy you a ring. Yes, but I thought you accepted his explanation when we came to visit. I mean, after the war. To be frank, Professor Schmidt still has yet to recognize any of the results I've produced thus far. Until that happens, I won't feel as though I've earned my keep as a professional researcher. Once I've accomplished that, then and only then will I be ready to settle down with Mary. So, please, I ask that you remain patient for a little while longer. I just need a bit more time. His words were quite impactful, but they lacked convincing. To make matters worse, I haven't heard a single word from him since. Just what are these results he spoke of? Isn't he an instructor first and foremost, like yourself? I assure you he has his reasons. Even if you of all people find that hard to believe. Enough, I'd rather move on from discussing from him. I summoned you here today to talk about something else entirely. You have a marriage interview coming to Mary. Pardon? What in the world are you talking about? I respect the feelings you hold for that man. However, I can tell you how unsatisfied his hesitancy has left you. You say he has his reasons, but not even you understand what results he's searching for, do you? No, not specifically. But he still has my support regardless. That may be, but I can't simply stand by and let you wallow in suspense like this. As for this interview, someone very respectable was wanting to arrange this meeting. It would reflect poorly on our house should you refuse to go through with it now. It's scheduled for tomorrow. I expect you to be there, yes? This is also sudden. You put me into a position where I can't refuse. Let me be clear, I'm not forcing you to marry this person. I simply want you to keep your options open. As they say, experience is everything in life. As for who the suitor is, I'll leave that as a surprise. His character is even higher than his social standing, I assure you. That is all. I suggest you get a good night's rest ahead of tomorrow. Father, we're not done talking. I said, that is all. Fine. Please excuse me. I mean, I get where this guy's coming from, but the aspect of arranged marriages, no matter where it's coming from, is kind of asinine. I mean, I get where he's coming from, but so that's what this is about. It's my fault that it's come to this. Please don't blame yourself. I'll be fine. My father said he wasn't going to force anything on me, so he should still respect my decision. Really? Well, that's a relief at least. So, does that mean you were at least a little concerned about losing me? A little? More like in an absolute panic. Still, you wouldn't have to go through this if I were just a little more reliable. That's not how I see you at all. You're working hard as you can. That's something to be admired. No, getting those results to the old man is just a matter of pride. I'm not going to be the man I ought to be until the job is done. They say I'm that stubborn old goat's second disciple, but I left the Institute without presenting a capstone project. Just look at everything George and Tita have already accomplished at their ages. Compared to them, I'm pathetic. Makarov. So, would you happen to be at this branch campus's research building again today? Yes, Einhal Keep is here, and that makes it for the perfect testing ground. The main campus is no slouch, but this is sort of the professor's home turf. I suppose it would be. I think the details of your project are still confidential then. Yeah, sorry about that. It's all gotta be standard wraps until it's complete. I promise you'll be the first one to know once that old man's satisfied. And once that's done, I'll be paying your father another visit. You don't have to worry about that. My father may be impatient, but I'm in no rush. Take your time. It's getting late, so I should go. Please try not to push yourself too hard. I won't. I've only got one class tomorrow, so I was thinking of pulling an all-nighter. But just for you, I'll take it easy. Talk to you soon. He's neck deep in his research as ever. Macro tries to hide it, but I can tell how concerned he is about me. It would be selfish to ask for more than that. But just once, I wish he'd say he was going to come rushing to my side. No, this only goes to show how much faith he has in me. I need to show the same faith in him. I'll have to politely turn down whatever suitor father has arranged for tomorrow. Oh boy. As so the day of the arranged marriage meeting arrived. Much to everyone's surprise, the mediator said that for the said event was none other than the ruler of the Sutherland Province, Marquis High Arms. However, the arranged partner marriage was to me came in as an even greater surprise. Is it Wallace? Yeah, it's Wallace. Brigadier General Wallace? Oh, excuse me, you're recently promoted to Major General, as I recall. That's fine, I wouldn't expect you to call me by my rank anyway. I believe the last time we saw each other was the evening before the Great War. Yes, I believe so. It's good to see you again. But there hasn't been some sort of mistake, has there? Don't be so rude, Mary. Please forgive my daughter's behavior, your lordship, Major General. It's alright, her surprise is understandable. Major General Bardius was quite the reputation in Sutherland, but he's hardly known as a ladies' man. He's been approached by potential partners for marriage before, but he's never accepted even once. It's as the Marquis says, this is my first time meeting with a partner for an arranged marriage. That's because I had never felt anything toward a potential suitress until now. Though I have only met Lady Mary once before, I became somewhat of a secret admirer of hers. What sort of man would I be if I had let an opportunity like this pass me by? I had to accept. You feel that way about me, Lord Wallace? Well then, I'm happy that my daughter won the favor of a man such as yourself. Father? I recall speaking about with Lord Wallace and Lady Aurelia about my romantic troubles that night of that party. You should know how I feel, so why is he doing this? In that case, I imagine things should go quite smoothly. Yes, so it seems. Boys are crowd, wouldn't you say? Why don't you give them some privacy? Take as long as you need, you two. House Alteam and House Bardius are among the most distinguished families in Sutherland. It was my pleasure to serve as a mediator. I'll be expecting good news. I'll do what I can. Oh boy. Alright. St. Ark truly is a wonderful and charming city, don't you think? Before there was the chalk the color it is today, it was the shining white beacon that served as the capital following the calamity of the Dark Ages. And once peace returned, it came to home to Erebonian's renaissance for the fine arts. Correct, it said that the Sutherland's warmer climate played a hand in sparking people's interest and desire for the arts. That's how our House Alteam came to own several works of art from the era of the old capital. What about your house, Lord Wallace? Well, House Bardius planted its roots in Erebonia a lot after the War of the Lions, so it has a lot of heirlooms from that war, or that era. Still, I've always been fonder of paintings and music personally. That's part of what draws me to you as a teacher of the arts. You don't say. That's very flattering. How about buy some drinks? Then we can sit at one of the benches and chat some more. Well, alright. It's not quite the same as resting at a cafe, but it sounds delightful in its own way. Ice cream. No, it's not ice cream, never mind. I never thought of it that way. It's just my own personal interpretation. That said, I didn't take you for the type to have such a deep knowledge of the arts. I'm truly impressed. Maybe so, but I can never compare to you. Your wisdom of the field goes far beyond your years as an instructor. Please, you flatter me. I have to admit that I didn't expect to have such a lively conversation with you about the arts. You have conversations like this with Lady Aurelia often. Well, I'll be lying if I said we haven't had our share of meaningful conversations. Though we haven't had the time to talk together like this in some time. My apologies for bringing this up so suddenly, Lady Mary. But were you truly shocked when you realized that I was the one here for you today? Yes, but you don't have to apologize. The way I responded back to the estate was unbecoming. I'm sorry for that. I believe I've fully guided my thoughts in the situation now. But I better understand your true intentions. Do you now? I haven't forgotten the advice you gave me on matters of the heart during the send-off party before the war. If I had to guess, you're doing this to help my family retain its respect. You took this meeting knowing full well how it would end, didn't you? I'm, truly sorry for getting involved in House Alteam's internal matters. Not at all. I believe there's been a fundamental misunderstanding between us. There has? I spoke the truth when I said that I was quite fond of you. Did you think those weren't my true feelings? Pardon? I'm well aware of how you feel toward Makarov. Given that, it may be uncouth of me to confess my feelings to you now of all times. Though just the same as him, I'm at the age where it's time I start seriously consider marriage, even if there are obstacles in my way. It's only natural I give an earnest attempt to pursue someone who would be a good fit as my partner. And that someone is me? Yes, and it all started on that party. I saw how wholeheartedly and loyally you cared for Makarov. Rational as it may be, that drew me to you. So much so that I quietly grew to resent him for making you wait like you have. I couldn't help but think that I would never treat you that way. I'm aware that confessing these feelings now will only increase the burden that's weighing on you. I couldn't simply give up. I'm a stubborn man who let his pride get in the way. I'm sorry, Lady Mary. I can only imagine how confusing this must be for you. Nevertheless, I want you to understand that my feelings are genuine. Is he serious? Well, if you still don't believe me, then there's somewhere I'd like you to accompany me. Would you do the honor? Ugh. A secret spot? Secret wall spot? Where's he gonna take her? Oh, really? You were referring to Chardine Bouquet? Or Boutique? But why here? Because there's something I'd like to get for you, if that's alright. Consider it as a testament to just how sincere my feelings are. I don't know what to say to that. I can't possibly reciprocate, even if your feelings are sincere. Makarov is the one as I said, I'm well aware what I'm doing is rather unrefined and possibly even unreasonable. All I ask is that you hear me out. I get the sense there's something about your and Makarov's relationship that is still in doubt. That's because he's not necessarily wrong. Father has picked up on that too. That's why he's been so concerned. That look on your face tells me you're aware of this as well. All the more reason I can't simply back down. What's this? I know a ring would be too sudden, but I hope you can accept this. Ooh, corsage. Is this a marguerite? I'd probably botch that word. Marguerite corsage? That's right. In the language of flowers, the marguerite, it means true love. It represents my feelings toward you. True love? I also ask you to consider social standing as two people that both come from noble houses. I'm only the son of a baron, but I do have an accomplished military career under me. That seems to be enough to satisfy Count Alteam. And as a man, I'm confident I can make you happy. Given the direction things have gone since the war, I suspect the next era will be trying one for the nobility. Our house could support one another through it if we were together. I suppose that's true. That's alright. I'm not asking for an immediate answer. My only hope for today was for us to get to know each other better. I know how unreasonable it would be to expect an answer so soon. So I think we should end things here. I'll come for your answer tomorrow. Hope you'll think carefully about who the best partner for you really is. Well then, I'll take my leave for now. I'll be looking forward to good news. Oh. Oh boy. How did it come to this? What do I tell Makarov? The best partner for me? How do I truly feel? I mean, to be fair, she's been with Makarov longer than Wallace, so... It sounds as though the two of you had quite the productive day yesterday. I understand you asked us here because there's something you want to say. What is it? Could it be you've agreed to accept the Major General as a suitor? I'm ready for your answer if you are, Lady Mary. Very well. I spent all the last night giving a serious consideration to my response. While I'm incredibly flattered and grateful for your feelings, Lord Wallace, I'm afraid I cannot return them. Are you certain? Oh dear. Might I ask why? It's rather simple. Because I'm in love with Makarov. Are you really? Yes. Please forgive me for being rude, but you're sure that love is real? Of course I am. In that case, could I ask you to explain your feelings to us? I need to hear ample reason why I can never win your heart the way he has. Well, if I'm being honest, I don't know how to explain it myself. But starting at how Makarov and I first met suffice. Go on. This is a good opportunity for me to learn as well. Please continue, Mary. I was still a naive, sheltered girl when I was first hired at Thor's. I didn't know whether I was cut out for teaching. But my first days were full of stumbles, and I felt as though I was always causing trouble for my colleagues. I recall Makarov in particular being rather cold. I even considered him frightening. But as we interacted more and more, I became to know his true character. At first glance, he can seem slovenly and come across as aloof. The truth was, he was watching over me more than anyone else. Makarov was giving me help and advice in his own nonchalant way. That isn't to say he was giving me special treatment. It was simply who he was. And as the days passed, I began to respect him for it without even realizing it. I even grew fond of the heartwarming relationship he holds with his niece, Mint. And then, after the Civil War ended, my feelings became all too clear to me. It wasn't just respect I felt toward him. Oh, isn't that something? But why him of all people? Father, does the 10-year age gap and difference in social standing bother you that much? I don't believe any of that matters when it comes to the matters of the heart. Well...
まだまだ人生経験の浅い私が本当の愛について語るのはおこがましいと思います。ですがこの思いは本物だと。いいえ、本物にしていきたいと思っています。ですから本当に申し訳ありません。改めてこの話はなかったことにさせてください。
So that's how it is. I see how deep your feelings went for Makarov now. Then, does that mean you feel that strong about him, Mary? How can any of us deny it after hearing all that?
Reverie 嬢よ、そう結論を急ぐこともないだろう。
That voice, is it? Hey, I was wondering where you were. Hey, it's Aurelia! Part of my intrusion, Lord High Arms, Count Altime. I understand an arranged marriage is being discussed today. It was only right for me to drop what I was doing to come straight here. Whatever do you mean? Are you saying you're in favor of this arranged marriage relationship? Then I am. But why? I cannot deny that your feelings for Makarov are genuine, Lady Mary. However... Right, there's still the matter of how Makarov himself feels. I can recognize that you do indeed love him, but what if that love is unrequited? This tone is so much more serious than before. I assure you that isn't the case. I know how he feels. I know he feels the same about me. If that's the case, why is it that you two haven't been seeing each other as much of late? Did he not leave you behind and take his research to the branch campus's hangar? Yes, he has been in leaves. That's because there's an important project Makarov has no choice but to finish. You don't sound very sure of yourself, Lady Mary. Again, I cannot deny that the two of you share a genuine bond. But could the same not become true of yourself and Wallace? I've known this man ever since we were students, and never once has he let me down. He has always met my expectations and lent his support. As a noble, and a soldier, and a comrade, and if directed that loyalty to someone he loved, I have no doubt he would devote himself to them. He would never leave your side or keep you waiting. He'll live up to your expectations and become a better partner to you than Makarov ever could. Something tells me you suspect that as well. Even Count Le Guin recognizes what kind of man the Major General is. Mary, I understand how sincere your feelings are. All I want for you is to choose a partner who will prioritize your happiness above all else. That is my only wish as your father. I know, Father, but I can't possibly change how I feel out so easily. What can I say to them? Oh boy. That's him! Man of the hour!
Mary さんの気持ちに寄り添うのは他の誰でもなく俺の役目です。
Makarov? Looks like you made it just in the nick of time. What a shame. I was hoping to see what would happen if it took you longer. You can be a real bully sometimes, you know that? What are these? Well, well. Looks splendid. Is this the machine that I've been hearing so much about? The new soldat you've been developing with the aid of Schwarz and the others. Is it finished? Yes. Yeah, I even got from Mr. Schmidt to acknowledge it as my capstone project. It'll still be a while before it's announced to the public, so keep this a secret. But now that it's done, there's nothing stopping me from standing by your side. I'm finally a man worthy of you. Oh, Makarov. Worthy, eh? A little ironic, wouldn't you say? Your project is what kept her waiting and led you to interrupting an arranged marriage proposal in the first place. I'm not gonna make any excuses. What I do know is that I could never call myself a man again if I didn't stop what was happening. I know I half-ass some important things when it comes to a lot of things in life. I'm always shooting myself in the foot, be it with research or Mary. But she loves me for who I am. And better yet, she's the most devoted person I've ever met. And I'm not just talking about our relationship. Mary has everything I lack. She's the other half I've been missing. She's also the most beautiful and charming woman I've ever met. Goodness, and all that scared me. I doubted myself. I may be older than her, but I'm hardly any more experienced when it comes to love and all that. Do I even deserve to be with her? More importantly, can I truly make her happy? When I heard about this suitor business for a brief moment, I thought it was for the best. I simply lacked confidence in myself. Deep down, I knew that producing results from my research was only an excuse. But now I have what it takes to harden my resolve. I'm not going to deceive Mary or myself anymore. I'm sorry, Major General, but I'm not letting you or anyone else have her. I don't care about our difference in social standing, how decorated you are, or if you are better suited than her than I am. Nothing's going to change how I feel about her. Makarov? You tell him! Well, when you put it like that, if you feel that strong about Lady Mary, then I humbly concede. The look in your eye tells me everything I need to know. I won't stand in your way. It was a very heartfelt speech. But are you sure this is what you want, Mary? I am, Father. Oh my, that's all well and good, but I do believe everyone gathered today to see a marriage be arranged. You wouldn't want to disappoint them. If you're so resolved, then why wouldn't we make it official? What? Agreed. I think that would be an entertaining way to close out the afternoon. What do you think, Lord of High Arms and Count Eltime? But of course. Yes, I suppose there's nothing else to do at this point. You got this, Uncle Makarov. I'm not a perfect man. I'm still immature in a lot of ways, and I know it can be a handful at times. But I know there's nothing we can't beat so long as we hold on to the love we have for one another. It's the ring. I was hoping this was going to be voiced.
Makarov-san. はい。こちらこそよろしくお願いします。
All right, tied the knot, or pop the question. That's the second marriage this game. First it was Randy and Muriel. Now these two. I really do appreciate your concern and help through all this. Sorry about all the fuss, Your Lordship. No need to apologize. I'm grateful I had the chance to see something so wonderful today. Don't mention it. Something tells me things would have worked out between you two, even without the theatrics. Oh, about that Marguerite corsage I gave you yesterday? Consider it an engagement gift from me to the both of you. Lord Wallace, does that mean you planned for all this from the beginning? Sheesh, how am I supposed to top that? I'm sure you'll have plenty of opportunities. The general sure did take me for a ride, though. Whatever do you mean? Wallace was the one who requested my help, but after reflecting on it, I thought it would be more interesting to set him up with you. And I wouldn't mind arranging for it again should Mr. Makarov here fail to meet my expectations. I'll pass on incurring that wrath, thanks. You really are something else, you know that? So this is all a game. It was all a ploy. Pardon me if I'm being too presumptuous, Wallace, but perhaps it's time for you to take a step forward as well. You got me there. Oh, wanna tell us what's so funny? Pipe down and keep her nose out of other people's business for once. Oh, come on! You two wouldn't have gotten together in the first place if it weren't for me. She's not wrong. I feel like I owe Min a lot for pushing us together a few years ago. Sure, but don't go encouraging her. That's a slippery slope. But I guess I owe it to you for coming with me today. It meant a lot. That's more like it. You're very welcome. Jeez, how many more times do I have to tell you to be more honest with your feelings? Don't let it get to your head, kid. Regardless, today has been a joyous day, wouldn't you say? As long as you're here, could I interest you in joining us for dinner? You can begin the wedding planning over drinks. That sounds great. I'd be happy to. Shall we be off then? Oh boy. People have a way of defying expectations, don't they? Like Lady Mary was suddenly surprised, but I also didn't expect Sir Macron to fight so valiantly. I know what you mean. Maybe I could learn a thing or two from him. Oh? From the sound of it, you were courting her with everything you had. I found it hard to believe it was all just for a performance. Who can say? Anyway, Lady Aurelia, if you have some spare time, would you care to cross blades with me? After a practice duel, are you? Yeah, it's been a while since we last did a battle. Very well, on the condition that it'd be on horseback. Are you sure? Why not? I feel nostalgic for the duel we had during our academy days. It's a memory that I could never forget. My only regret is that there was no victor. You really considered a draw? I was the president of the riding club and you're a fresh-faced first year. May as well have won. Not at all. I've never been satisfied with that result. I don't want to admit defeat. We really do have a phenomenal first year on our hands. To the victor goes the spoils. Since you won, you can make one request to me as the club's president. What do you desire? Oh, look at her, a young Aurelia. I don't believe this is to be a true victory, though I will answer your question even if it was a draw. My goal is to demonstrate the potential of the sword, and to do so, and to become the commander-in-chief of the world itself. Should Eidos allow that to pass, then my wish is for you to support me as my right-hand man. Ooh. That day really takes me back. In retrospect, that was probably where it all began. Why the smirk? It's nothing, just thinking this is a good opportunity. I'll face you with everything I have, so this duel's outcome will be more to your liking. Will you now? I should be the one telling you that. I've known. Well, we now know Wallace likes Aurelia. Question is, what does Aurelia think of him? That'd be an interesting pair. True Stormbell? That's absolute trash. I don't need that. Alright. So it's all just a performance. Alright. That's done. Now, I got a bunch of green stars to interact with. Not quite sure what these green stars are for, but I guess we'll find out. Green star! What's up? It's no more reason for me to confront the gravity of the situation as princess. On behalf of my family, no effort shall be spared on my part. You have my word. Oh, it's it. Just a bit of dialogue. That's all the green stars are? No, I thought there was something special. Huh. We're not finished yet. Victory will be mine next time, so prepare to taste the bitterness of defeat. And she's still sore about that, huh? Olivier, what do you gotta say? Alright, I think the Azal family had to be activated in days long past was aiding us. Truly, it's remarkable. I do therefore strongly believe it would be my sworn duty to repay such an immense favor. What better way to do that than resolve this matter with grace? I'll require help with this in mind. Oh god, your Yu-Gi-Oh duel? Wonderful. Together with the spectral moon mirror and Sola, Azoth is one of the reasons I came to doubt we witches lot in life. Never thought I'd be wrapped up in this as I've been, but fate is a funny way of making itself known at times. I'll be keeping a close eye on what happens from here, in part to repay the debt I owe. You say. Back in my mind, I always vaguely sensed that the Black Records were part of all this. But there are still some mysteries left to untangle. Mysteries lurking behind the scene of the Crosspill's trials and tribulations. This concerns all of us deeply. We need to reach the innermost depths of this place and see the truth with our own eyes. Oh boy. If anything can give me rise to an expanse this immense, I can believe it's Azoth, the composer of the Black Records. It speaks just how powerful the being causing all these anomalies is if they can interfere here to such a major degree. Whatever happens, I'll be here to see all this through to the very end and alongside everyone else. You can count on it. The casualty recording engine Azoth. The fact that we ascertain the true identity of the Black Mirror is a huge step forward, and yet there's still that white-haired girl. She leaves us with more questions than answers. No point in racking our brains over it now. We're probably gonna have to keep moving if you want answers. You're right. Everything all right, Rufus? You seem exhausted. It's nothing. Actually, I was having a duel with Diwali up until a little while ago. No, she lost again? That's what she was talking about. The promise you made to her, right? Huh? Didn't you do that as soon as you were released from the hospital? She's bent on challenging me over and over until she wins. Why not just lose on purpose? That would still make my life easier, but she kept her promise and cooperated with us to fight challenge Elysium. Which means I too must hold my end of the bargain and grant her fair fights. That's surprisingly thoughtful. Don't forget you have us too, Rufus. We'll protect you if anything happens. Oh, you're so cool, LP. Alright. What are you guys up to it over here? I can't believe that white shadow turned out to be a spitting image of Kia. Whoever she is, she didn't seem all that hostile to me. Doesn't mean I'm gonna go trusting it anytime soon. Any idea what's going on, Kido? Well, there has been one thing bothering me. It's the time when she first showed up. It's like I felt something like this before. She didn't appear to be a simulacrum. That may be, but it doesn't change that we'll have to be more careful than before. Nothing going on with you guys? That girl just looked like Kia. Just what the heck is going on? Jeez, I hate worrying about things we can't control. Problems like this are better solved with feet on the ground. So let me know when it's time to get back out there. I'm ready to get this investigation on the road. Alright, I'm gonna swap her out for a leader real quick. See if where's she at anyway? See if Altina has anything to say. I gotta find her. There's no one else around. Maybe Altina has nothing to say. I don't know where she is. Oh, there's Milliam. Let me go back down. Maybe I had to actually zone out for her to appear. Oh, there she is. Yeah, she doesn't have anything to say. Alright. We're already at 40. We're already at 40 minutes. I'm so close! So close! Heavenly Purse tier. Alright, what is this? What do these do? Speed shoes. Whoa! Look at the defense on those. Holy shit. Okay. All right. That's a huge boost in defense. Holy shit. All right. Like I'm definitely gonna use these, but who am I gonna put them on? I could put him on him, but there's no sense in doing that. He's already pretty bulky in defense as it is. So, I can't get him defeated because otherwise I'll have to readjust her all of her shit. So that's not gonna happen. So I'll give them to you. Here you go, lass. That's fine. Which now I'm really curious to see how much defense stats that chest plate or that coat will have. Let me see here. Explode a 7-star clock gets master. I'll get 15 RPs out of that. Oh my god, there's 5 more daydreams? Oh, fuck me, dude. The trials. Twenty foes, formidable foes that roofs in your party. I'm still short on treasure chests on that. I'm 5 short. Alright. Alright. What was I about to do? Oh, stuff shards. BP, I can max out the BP, so let's do that. Nice. Alright. A little short, but I'm gonna cut it here. When we come back, we'll go through the 7th stratum. Can't believe there's still 5 daydreams left. Oh boy. Alright. So, we'll go through the 7th stratum. If this is the final stratum, I'm assuming it is, because that's what they said. So unless it surprises us with a new stratum after it's completed, I'll probably get to the final boss and stop before progressing forward to see what needs to be seen before then. So, I hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you then. Later.